What's up, guys? This is Dave here. I'm gonna do a little different kind of video. So if you're all into the knife content, this one ain't got nothing about knives. It's all about moto gear, that sort of thing. So I just want to go over what gear I have been using, and then a basic history of basically what's been happening with me. So for those who don't know me in real life, which is probably the vast majority of people that are gonna watch this, I was around 240 pounds for a long time. I've done a considerable diet and exercise routine, and believe it or not, I'm down to about 175 right now. So basically none of my gear fits anymore. So I'm gonna kind of give a basic, I guess, overview of what I have been wearing and ask for advice for people who have good gear, like gear. Throw me some advice. Let me know what I should be doing, looking at anyhow. All right. Yep. So talking about helmets, these are the last two helmets that I've owned. One's been in a little wreck and the other one hasn't, but kind of dual purpose steer. So this is the original Rye I got. This is the Defiant. I like it because of the vent in the front there. I removed the face shields primarily on this one. I ride this one when I ride cruisers and with my wife most of the time, so we can communicate easier. She doesn't wear a helmet, so when I wear this one, it's easier for us to communicate. Just wear sunglasses. So this is pretty much a fair weather rider. I do ride this back and forth to work when it's like over 100 degrees at times, and just wear sunglasses and stuff. And this one was, and I probably should retire because of that, but I did get in a wreck and hit my head on the pavement right there. It wasn't a bad hit, it's kind of a light hit, but you can see it still took the paint off and stuff like that. Honestly, I probably should retire it, but haven't as of yet. The vents on this one is awesome. Like, I think this one flows probably more air than the new one. And this is the old Defiant. If they still made this, I probably would have bought another one. But this is the Defiant X. I like this as well, but as you see, the vent control for this one's on the underside, up under, so you pretty much have to set it when you go. You can't just open it and close it, kind of like the Defiant. I love the Defiant because I was able to manipulate this as I'm riding down the road, especially in the winter time when you get fog and stuff like that. You can close it up, and then you get foggy, open up just a little bit, and then let it back in. This has got two stages, so in the middle stage you only get one open. This one's almost impossible to adjust. It's because the, see if I flip over. Yeah, see those little slide levers, so it's pretty much open or not. I mean, yeah, you can semi-open them, but how you gonna do that when you're riding? I mean, it's damn near impossible. But the rest of the helmet, the interior on this one's a little bit more crude and rough. This one's super buttery. If you've ridden with the Shoeies, it's very similar to the Shoeies. And this one's got the tint, and the way a ride does theirs, instead of drop down visors, it's basically a visor on top of a visor. So this lifts up, and you still have a full clear shield, and you can also lift your shield up as well. So in and up is how you do these. It's really hard to do one-handed, so I'm just gonna reach in there and kind of get it like that. Okay, so you can still even lift it with that. So this is pretty convenient for commuting back and forth. You know, you can put that up and down when you need it. But around here, especially in Arizona, a lot of times you get sun in the face pretty bad, you know, not to block the sun. So this makes way easier. And I do wear sunglasses underneath this to make it work, but I like the mirror. They got those in different shades, just like your regular helmet shades would come in. But this is the helmet of my daily commute. Probably getting pretty close to needing another one, but that's what I'm rocking for right now. All right, going over summer jackets right now, or summer jacket, the one I have been wearing. And I gotta admit, when it's over 100 degrees here, it's just unbearable. Like, and it's over 100 a lot here in Arizona, so a lot of times I resort to just a long sleeve t-shirt just to keep the sun from burning me. But this nasty bastard right here is the pretty much the daily. And now this jacket's only, I don't know, year and 2-3 months old. It's just disgusting. But I do commute daily, and motorcycle is my main form of transportation for my machine shop job. On the weekends when we work, we usually take the Jeep, but not always. Sometimes I ride into work there too. But this is a Reax. I can't remember the name of this Reax. It's got all the upgraded pads. I've got the Alpine Stars back protector in this one. It actually does pretty good flowing air wise for what I can see. And the big thing for me is this is, I think this is a large, or maybe extra, yeah, it's extra large. I'm probably actually a medium or a large now. But I got huge hands. So I have like 2XL hands, sometimes 3XL, depending on what kind of glove it is. So I have to have an opening in the jacket that is not webbed. Let's see if I can explain it. See how that cuff opens all the way up so I can get my big meat hooks through it, but then I can zip it back down on top of my wrist. I need something that's like that. So like all the Alpine Stars are 90% of the ones I've ever tried. I think actually all the ones I've ever tried from Alpine Stars. I got like a cuff here, like inside underneath this zipper, and you can't expand it enough to get your hands through it. So I basically get to the end of it and I'm stuck. I can't even get my hands through the freaking jacket, so I can't wear it. I know big hand problems, but previous jackets I've had, like Fly, I've had some of the other mesh jackets like that. I'm basically looking for a higher quality mesh. So this Reax one's been good, but some of the other stuff I've got is Revit, and Revit's been the brand I'm kind of going towards. So if you guys have any experience with the upper brands, upper echelon of mesh jackets, one you could recommend, throw me some information or some recommendations. Arizona doesn't really rain that much, but this thing does have that little, I call it the trash bag liner, but you know, the liners that go in, this one can be worn inside or outside, and it does get worn. Here we have basically a monsoon season where it rains, kind of like Florida. You know, did a storm real bad and then it's just over with, and then you pretty much go about your business. But if you get caught in it, it's good to have that. I ain't gonna say it uses a ton around here, but it does get used. But that's the rain sleeve for that jacket. That's pretty much the only two things I wear summertime around here. So now we're gonna talk about the wintertime jackets, and this is basically covering the last year or two, what I've done through. This is a Reax. It's actually a really good jacket. I loved it. So it's kind of that, it has a liner that zips in it too. I just don't like using that, and I'll show you why in a minute here. It's a really good jacket. These waterproof zippers and stuff were really cool. Problem is, these are double-sided zippers, and this thing always sucks, and that's basically the fault of it. Is this won't stay zipped. You can be riding down the road and zip it, and the next thing you know, up somewhere up here, it just kind of starts opening. So this one by default went out last year. I didn't really have a whole lot of choice. This one's got all the pockets for all the bags, or pads rather, and this is an extra large as well. Won't fit me anymore. So I went down to this leather jacket, which is actually a large, I believe. And now this thing won't even fit me anymore. It might even be a medium. Holy crap, this thing's a medium. This thing is actually a little big on me. If I put gear underneath it, sweatshirt, liner, maybe heated gear, whatever I got underneath it, it might fit me then. But this one is borderline too loose on me too. But this one doesn't have any pockets for pads. I'm looking for getting back on the safety aspect of the winter jacket with leather. So I definitely want to kind of go the leather route. I did like this. I really enjoyed it, but I think ultimately leather seems to suit me a little better, especially in the wintertime. Like, not in the summertime, definitely, but in the wintertime, I like the leather jackets much better. They seem to retain the heat too. And speaking of heat, let's just go through here real quick. So this is obviously just this is a Alpine Stars. I think it's something in wind blocker. I don't know. It's like kind of a fleecy type jacket, but it's just a wind stop. If you wear this under the leather, you're not going to feel no wind at all. It's pretty good that way. But what I went to last year, and I'm sorry about how dirty this shit is, I literally just pulled out of storage, so I got to clean it all up. This warm and safe. And so basically out of the pocket, and it comes out of your bottom of your jacket, and I got an adapter on mine to plug it into the battery tender. So this just plugs into this little adapter, and then you can just plug that into where your, get the plug out where you can see it, and plug that into your battery tender of your bike. And so this is powered electric gear, and there's your heat controller, so you can put that wherever you want. Typically I got a tank bag on if I'm commuting to work, put this in the tank bag, and I can kind of reach in there and turn it on or off. And this is just a regular potentiometer up top, like a guitar or something. You just turn it up and turn it down, whatever you want to do it. And it's also linked, so out comes the sleeves. They come with like a little plug, and you can just plug your glove liners. And I like the glove liners better than the gloves, because you can wear whatever gloves you want and just put a liner in it. It just takes enough of that coolness off you in the wintertime to make it feel good. And honestly, this heated gear is a game changer. Like, if I outgrow it, or if this doesn't fit, which I'm not sure if it does or doesn't at this point, because it is kind of that stretchy stuff, it might still fit. I'm definitely gonna get another one. Hands down, if you're wanting to ride cooler weather or longer distances into cooler weather, electric gear is the way to go. Highly recommend it. Okay, now we're going over gloves. I say progression. This is kind of like a middle weather glove. So these are Reacts. I think they're Taskers or something. I can't remember the exact name of them, but these have been really good gloves. I have another set of these that are perforated, but honestly, flow-wise, I couldn't tell any flow. Maybe you could in the wintertime, but I couldn't tell any difference in the flow. But these are basically, I mean, I have wore the glove liners underneath these in the wintertime, and they've been fine for me. I never really had to get a heavier duty glove, but I do have a heavier duty rain glove from Alpine Stars. It's just you lose that tactility and the feel. For the glove liners underneath these, you still have a much better feel. I mean, you reduce feeling, of course, with the any kind of liner, but these are really good gloves. They've kind of suited me fine. Yeah, so I bought another set. They were involved in a wreck and they got torn a little bit, but they were the perforated kind. And second perforated kind I got with the Reacts right here. These, I'm not sure what this one's called, but it's got the hard knuckle. It's a little more of the sport bikey style, and you'll see why in a minute when I show you the whole bottom of the summer pants that I tried out a couple years. I'm not sure I'm sold on them, but we'll go over that in a minute. You know, honestly, they're a little lighter weight glove, but as far as like airflow through my hands between this and this, it's negotiable or negligible. What do they call that? Whatever. Barely feel the fucking difference. How about that? I really don't feel a huge difference between the two. This glove fits way better than this one does to me. This one kind of has a less quality feel, and I have worn them. Obviously, you can see they're worn and used. Once again, I'll do the commuter, so everything I got gets used. But I use those a hell of a lot less than I use those. Those are definitely a better glove in my opinion. But the ones I've kind of gravitated towards lately are these Revits. And once again, I'm kind of moving up in the brands and getting the upper gear echelons or whatever. But I think these are new this year. I can't remember what the name of these are, but I believe both of these are 2XLs. And they broke, these took me a minute to break in, but once they broke in fine. It wasn't that long, maybe a couple days or something like this. These were pretty much easy right away. These Revits 2XLs, and they would hurt my hand on a ride back and forth to work. I'd get home and I could just feel like my hand throbbing to break them in. It probably took 2 weeks of that to break them in, but once they're broke in, super, super, super sweet. They fit so awesome. What I do like about these is they got that red band right there, so you can reach with the other hand and grab it and put your hand in the glove. You know, it's easier because these other ones don't have anything, so these got a little bit more of a wrist. I kind of like the short cuff gloves, if you can't already tell. But the quality in these Revits are just heads and shoulders. That's funny. They're head and shoulders above the Reacts as far as my opinion goes. So what are the gloves you guys recommend? Like, I'm probably looking at getting another set of Revits for the winter time. Probably have to jump up to 3X if I want to get those glove liners I was talking about a minute ago inside those, because otherwise I don't think there's any chance in hell of me getting them in there. But these are definitely set up for summer. You can see more of the kind of mesh backing and stuff. And once again, as far as airflow goes, I can't really tell a huge difference between airflow with those and the solid leather ones. Like, it's very, very little, if any. I think just the heat in general here is just freaking hot. I don't think the wind blowing in is going to do any good, but I haven't ridden those in the wintertime yet. I got those at the beginning of summertime, so I might try. I don't know. All right, now we're talking about motorcycle pants. So I think I've started like everybody else did, and probably the cheapest pair. I know that these are Ironworkers from when I first started riding with gear. Yeah, these are Ironworkers, the Kevlar line kind. These suckers are hot, fairly heavy, but for the price, and I think I paid like 79 bucks when they first bought these. I got 79 bucks or something. Awesome. Pads in them kind of suck, but I've upgraded most of when I used to ride with these. Upgraded to the D3O pads in them, and they work great. And just not really a good flowing jean, like as far as airflow, but for wintertime, that was even better. Summertime, ridiculous. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. But, you know, protective gear usually slows down here a little bit. But these are Icons, and I can't remember the name of these either, but these come with a D3O. I like these better because they got the hip armor too. And I think it's only CE level 1 in the hips, but the knees are CE level 2 on these. And these are good. These don't have the Kevlar line, and these are the ones that are supposed to be sewn in protection or whatever, what they call it, baked in from Revzilla. That's part of the slide thing. It's not really so much, you know, you get the pad for the impact, and the slide is supposed to be something that's built into the denim. You know, these are a little bit better quality than the Ironworkers, but both of these on par, pretty cheap. So if I get another set of jeans, which I probably will, probably looking at getting something better. So if you guys set suggestions on the jeans, by all means, hit me up, let me know. And then also what I tried is in the summertime, I've got these mesh pants, and these are extremely light, but these have nice armor in them as well. They have hips. Just gotta roll them over so you can see them better. Sorry they're so dirty, but they've been ridden. I haven't really washed them this year. But they have the cordura in the areas where it needs. So like here, and then also on the inside, like on the inner leg, they're kind of lined. But mesh everywhere else. So these are like awesome. You wear a set of board shorts or something underneath them, or just gym shorts or whatever else, you get the airflow way better. You kind of borderline on protection there, but you flow a ton of air. The problem I had with these was, as I was losing weight, they wouldn't stay on me, so I had to buy these stupid overalls to keep them on me. And at this point, I've got the overalls adjusted, they're pretty much as tight as they can be. The pants are just hanging off of me, so they're really not even doing any protection anymore. So I didn't dislike these pants, but you get that, plus the jacket, plus the gloves, and a helmet, and you're pretty much just, Power Rangered up. So not really my flavor of style there. Like, if you know me, jeans and a t-shirt pretty much guy. So wearing all this stuff, I kind of feel ridiculous. I wear it because of the protection, but I feel like an idiot wearing a Power Ranger uniform. But I still do it sometimes. And the quality of these pants is outstanding. Like if you've not seen this snap, the way it goes in here, it kind of goes in and then slides over. Awesome. The zippers all feel good. The pants are top-notch quality. Like the Revit's quality is heads and shoulders above anything the Icons or the Ironworkers could ever do. So, like, once again, I'm kind of leaning more towards this style or upper echelon of gear. And on the wintertime, I have these, which are overpants, and these are Revit's as well. These are called commuters. And these things are beefy. I mean, super beefy. You can just feel the pad right here in the hip, and it's like almost double the pad of what's in the knees of either one of these. It's super, super beefy, and the material is hard to describe, but the closest thing I can describe is like ski pant thickness, but it's like the cordura super, I don't know, just super dense. Like, you can feel like you could take a lick on one of these and keep on going. Super high quality. I love these. These do unzip all the way up the leg. Let's see if we can show you. Yeah, see, they unzip all the way up the leg, so you can literally take yourself with jeans and shoes on and just step right in them and then dip the pants up. It's that easy. These are the commuters. I remember the name of them. But these are awesome. These things freaking rule. And I'm probably looking at getting another set of those for the wintertime because they're awesome for the wintertime. Summertime, you ain't getting no air through those suckers. None. I mean, you could wear underwear underneath them and you'd still be sweating. So not necessarily a summertime gear, but awesome pant. So if you got any other recommendations beside that, let me know. I'm not sold on the overpant, but this is kind of what I've found that works so far. Once again, I got these adjusted all the way out, and there's no more adjustment left from these either. I just lost too much weight, so I got to replace these anyhow. So if you know anything else for me to look into, investigate, let me know. All right. Lastly, we're going to go over shoes. Obviously, these ones have been retired, but I just wanted to show them. The TCX Street Ace. These ones are old Street Aces, and I use them basically for everything around the house now. They're still damn good shoes. I just don't use them for motorcycle riding anymore. But summertime, and most of the time I'd say, I use these TCX Street Ace Airs, and the perforation on these does let a little bit of air go in. When I wear those other ones, I get the feet funk pretty bad. These do pretty good on me, help me ventilate pretty good. Good quality shoe. The only problem that I've had with them is the soles suck. So if you have a problem getting flat-footed at all, and I've replaced the laces as well. They're paracord laces, so they're kind of ugly too, but I got Red Wing insoles that I put inside of them, and they make a huge difference. Now they got some support, and they're good shoes I can actually use on the bike. And these are Tour Masters. These are pretty much every other time of year, inclement weather, anything else. These are somewhat waterproof. I think they're waterproof up to like where the lace is kind of stopping right there, if you can tell. And you got a little bit of perf in the side too for a little bit of airflow, but it really doesn't flow air. It's pretty much waterproof. These have really good support as far as the support goes, but stylistically, I don't know if they're not necessarily my style, but they don't suck. They're just not 100% my style. definitely looking for suggestions on the shoes. You got any shoe suggestions, shoot them my way. All right, so in short, that was all my motorcycle gear that I've been wearing. I'm basically looking for suggestions for better gear or gear that works for you, whatever. It's not a knife video this time. Sorry if you were looking for knives. We'll just throw one in there real quick. Classic 550 with the new copper, or the copper scale. Just recently got this one. Anyway, this is Dave. I'm out. Later.